Hi from the shores of Lake Michigan. Swans, let's warm up. Grab onto something and walk it out. Warming up our metatarsals and getting our feet articulated so that they can tell stories just by our movements. Warming up the calves. And then standing in a nice parallel, 1 foot forward, turn it out from up here, place it back. That's your natural turnout. Take a little bounce, take a little bounce up. Roll your shoulders. We are not slaving over hot stoves right now. We're nobility. We'll carry ourselves like nobles. Shoulders back, ear to the shoulder, other shoulder. Then looking, chin over the shoulder. Now's the time to take an inventory of our body. Long lower spine, shoulders are back, so pinched here, open across the sternum, core engaged, tighten all your gluteus, long neck. That keeps your chin in line without having you to make you tuck it. So with the inventory taken, do a couple rolls. Nice and fluid. We're going to be here for the next few minutes. This is your part of the week to create the habit of noble posture and take it with you out into the world and when you're driving to get your groceries as well. Okay. We'll take pliés in every position, remembering our inventory of alignments from first, keeping the shoulder back, 2 demis, then metatarsal stretches on each foot, then a slow plie. If you're doing a grand, you lift your heels, and then 2 little rises. That's helping remind us where our core is. Keep your knees straight. In second, 2 demis, the same metatarsal stretches. Put your weight right over it. A slow one, as deep as you're comfortable going. And then a big stretch into the barre with the hips facing straight forward, perfect alignment. In fourth, we'll take 2 demis, 3, 4, tournier forward. That's shifting from 2 feet forward, back to 2 feet. Shift your weight to the back. Put your heel down and take a stretch forward. Remember to keep the shoulder right in the girdle. Arm comes up and you stretch back. And the stretching back is not a back bend. It's shoulder down, strong lower back so that you're not folding or crunching it. It's just a lift of the sternum towards the corner where the ceiling meets the wall. And your right arm, the working arm, goes back a little to frame your face. So we're making a lovely illusion of stretching to the back when we're not really going to compromise our backs. And then your cross position, third or fifth, 2 demis. Let's take 2 little balances. 2 just little heel lifts, 1 slow one. Lift your heels if you're doing a grand, and then lift the arm, balance, lifting the other arm. Take your mental inventory, make sure that your neck is long, lower back, core engaged, and that you've struck a noble closing position. From first, Lift arm up. Remember, your shoulders are back, your wings are engaged, core strong, lower back long and firm. Open the arms, turn and waft them down, and other side. And I'll be the first to tell you that holding still like that's one of the hardest things. There's a lot to pay attention to. For tendus from first, we'll take front, side, and back. When you tendu from first, your foot would end up here if you went out right in front of you. So always cross it a little bit, much more elegant and correct. One to the front, one to the side, one to the back, allowing your ribs to come forward, but not for you to cantilever. Brush through to the front and close. Then we'll take 4 in first that are slow. And let's try for a port de bras 4. We'll reverse it. 1 to the side, to the front, go through first to the back and close. Then we'll take 4 with a reverse port de bras. 2, 3, and 4. I'd like us to try some tourniers, which we've already done front, back, and the plies to the side this time. Nice and slow so we can pay attention to our weight. We're on 1 foot, we're on 2, we put it on 1. This hip right over the ball of that foot, close it, and go back to the barre. So, a tournier is really practice for walking beautifully. You've got to be able to put your weight right over the foot that you're going to. A tournier is a nice practice because you get to use that toe for some steadying. Ideally, though, if it were off the ground, it wouldn't matter. Weight, close, weight, shifting there, and close, and then weight on 2 feet again. So the pattern: 1, side, back, go through to the front, and then 4 to the side. Then we'll repeat that back, and our tourniers out and in, nice and slow. Other side. Lots of opposition in that. To the back. Go through first. And plie. Plie to the side. Stretch, upper back. When you come up, remember to reopen your sternum. Hands right there in front of the center of the thigh. For tendus from a cross position, third or fifth, we'll take 4 to the front. You need to see my feet. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then with the inside leg, there's for an intellectual challenge and also a change of weight to keep us literally on our feet. We'll take 4 to the side. Each one changes where it closes. 4, then in the last 4 counts, we'll take a sur le coup de pied, meaning the foot leaves slowly and stays glued to the standing leg. There's never space between them. Shift it to the back, just like that, and close, going through the ball of the foot and then the heel down. Then we'll repeat it back. 1, arms if you like, 3, 4, shifting the weight to the outside foot, 4, then 4 to the side, changing as we did before, and the arm can come modestly down for your coupé changé. So it's 4 with the front, 4 with the back, 4 with the side, changé. I think we have time for a stretch after this as well. And other side. for dégagés or glissés, I have some math for you. This will keep you awake, smart, alive, and the envy of all you see. We have 4 counts for every en croix thing. It's how we use those 4 counts when we move and when we don't. That's the math. We will take 1 en croix, 1, hold 2, hold 3, hold 4. Hold 2 and 3 and 4, and back, hold 2, 3, 4, and side, no tricks. Then we'll take 1, 2, hold 3 and 4. 2 en croix, hold 3, 4. 1, 2, and you can guess it's 1 and 2 and 3, hold 4. Well, let's see, we'll close back, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Then we'll do the 4s. 1, 2, 3. There's no hold. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, and 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Then we have time for a little stretch. We'll stretch in. We'll stretch away. So knowing whether to change the ones to the side. So this is a thinker. You already know how to do your foot off the floor a little. We've already done our tendus, so we've already thought about our careful feet, our eloquent feet. Now we're going to challenge ourselves with a pattern. When you're doing an even number, to the side you close where you came from first. So to the side it would be 4, front side, back side, 1, 2, 3, 4, then back side, front side. If you're doing an odd number, you want to put your first tendu where you're going. 1, 2, 3, hold 4. 1, 2, 3, hold 4. 1, 2, 3, hold 4. I'm going to challenge myself to do it right for you. So we go around once en croix and hold for the other 3, then twice, then 3, then 4. Then we get the pleasure of stretching. Other side. I'm relieved. I didn't get it wrong for you. was good. Okay, let's do some pas de cheval. And I think they're important because they are our walk. Whether you are a peasant, even a heel down, or whether you are the princess, the pas de cheval gets you from one foot to the other beautifully with your weight and your center intact. Let's take front, side, and back, a tendu and a pas de cheval. To the side, pas de cheval. To the back, pas de cheval, chest up, and then a balance. If you want to lift your hand up from your support, you may. But just a balance, trying for turnout, attached to the leg, trying to keep your knee back so you're not a can-can girl, but you are showing the beautiful diamond shape. So as a review, when we do a pas de cheval, your foot leaves the floor the same as it would for, well, anything, any jump, which we're not going to do. Ball, and then it points as soon as the toe leaves, and your foot makes a circle, whichever direction it's going in. So if I had a paintbrush at the end of my foot, you would see a circular path. Tendu, circular path. And we'll do that with a plie. There should be essentially no weight on that foot. Keep it all over that standing hip. And then close it, everything straightens together. Tendu, close it front. Pas de cheval, that leg looks longer because you're in plie. And straighten, same back. And then hold. We'll take that, starting with the front, again starting with the back and ending here. And there's a lot of music, so we're going to take a turn. And we're going to do it like we've been doing it our whole lives. A turn from here, put your foot down with a little bend, raise your heels off the floor, pivot, you're just opening your crossed legs, and you'll be on the other side. I'll take a moment as you go on to move maybe I won't have to move the chair, we'll see. The secret is, as you're unfolding your legs, that front foot must come up a little to get you the rest of the way around. If you just pivot, you'll get about a quarter or a third of the way. So let the front foot ball slide with you. And it's a very pretty, it requires you engage your glutes and to try to be that tulip stem where your legs act as one leg. They stick together. As that foot comes in front, as you pivot it around, it stays attached. There's no air between them. Tendu, pas de cheval, same to the side, same to the back. Little balance, repeat it back, little balance, and whoop, front. Be ready to tendu. And I will, although I'm going to do the pivot with you, I'll turn so that you can continue to see me do that. All right, number 5. We have music, of course. was your horse race. Okay, let's do rond de jambe with some little balançoire added in, and another practice for our tonier and the weight change. We'll take, we haven't done this yet, a chassé forward to shift the weight to the front foot, then tonier back. Brush it through first again, and take a rond de jambe en dehors, outside. We'll take 3 more, 1 and 2 and 3, and close it in your cross position. So en dedans, inside would look like keeping the heel down, moving the weight over both feet to transfer it to the outside leg. Then tonier, transfer it back. Then remember our 2 little balançoire, keeping the chest upright, not cantilevering, and 7 and 8. Then we take 3 more. I'll speed it up for showing you, and close. Then we'll take our stretches forward just to do our back stretch, which isn't so far back. Make the elegant line. So it's really, remember, it's what we're stretching is our sternum, not our back. Put your weight forward and shift it. If you have something to hold on to, do a little bit of a lunge. If you don't want to do a lunge, keeping the hip down of that pointed foot, you may go forward. Then put the heel down, lift the other arm, and do your best to keep your shoulders open and your core engaged. When you're done, shift your weight forward, and we'll take a pose. This foot is not weight bearing. Ideally, the toe can cheat and balance you, but we're taking a beautiful arabesque. Fingers at about eye height. Don't break your wrist unless you're 8 feet long. You want to keep it elegant and lengthen your limbs, because that's a good trick for us, make our limbs look longer. All right, so it's chassé forward, tonier back, 2 brushes through first, and then your rond de jambe and 3 more, 2, 3, and close. Chassé, tonier, and balançoire, rond de jambe, 3 more, closing front, and our stretches front and back, shifting the weight, down or lunge, and then on 2 feet, take the pose and your nice twisty arabesque. It's the one time we're letting our ribs not be in railroad tracks. Starting with a chassé forward. Tonier back. Brushes. Rond de jambe. Right arm forward, stomach in, left shoulder open. elbow up, palm down on that. And other side. Shoulder open, elbow up, palm down, wrists elegant. Okay, very nice, I can tell. Okay, let's do some développés with and fondus. Développés, we've already practiced the basics because we have pas de cheval. Développé is just keeping the knee up. We'll lift our foot carefully, keeping it touching our leg and the toes back. If that's where your knee is, try not to dip it. Extend. You can see your foot is now beautifully presented off the ground as if you've just got the grandest shoe that you want to show the court ever. We'll take one to the side. When you close, change it and close back. We're going to do the fun little shift, other leg to the front. Then we'll take two fondus, meaning both feet. It comes off the floor carefully, the working leg, both feet bend, both legs straighten, bend, and straighten. Both to the side and close. To reverse it, it's one. We get 8 counts for these. They're nice and slow. Working leg again, close it front, shift your weight, keeping the chest up, going to the back, then fondue. These are not too fast, fondue, and side. You can take a little balance there. Remember, take your inventory, see that your leg is trying to turn out, meaning you're engaging all of this, and those are stabilizing as well, so we don't want to forget them in any event. But they'll help you stand on one foot if you should decide to take your bar arm off the bar. Long lower back, shoulders open, core engaged, long back of the neck, and you're ready to rock. All right, so one front, one side, one front with the inside leg, 2 fondus. Then we'll close 5th, repeat it back. Eight counts for each développé. 2, 3, 4. Inside leg. Tricky. Little change of weight to keep us awake and working. And 2 fondus. An exercise in getting our feet off the floor a little bit. Trying to keep the knee at the same latitude that it started. Displaced an inch forward without dipping. Other foot. Again, you may move your torso forward, but not dip it. If you'd like to take a balance, there's where you do it. All these engaged. For butt months, we'll take 2 front, 2 side, and then 6 swings and close. Then we repeat it to the back. Looks like this. I love having my arm up for the ones to the front. Helps keep me upright. You may have your arm to the side if you prefer it. These are about trying to stay upright. As we kick our leg up, we really don't want to move forward. There's a pride in it and a nobility. 2 to the front, 2 to the side, we change. Then we'll take our leg swings. Again, this is about the upper body and getting a grip while we oil the hip. 3, 4, 5, it can bend. 6, just close it. 7, 8. Then we'll do 2 to the back. The chest is up, 2 to the side, changing. Then 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's take that little turn we practiced before because the music continues. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 swings. 5, 6, and close. 2 to the back, 2 to the side, 6 swings. And turn and you're done. 2 front, 2 side, changing, 6 swings. That gives us time to close. Doing only 6 swings gives us time to close. When we go back, throwing yourself back, it's very stable. Very stable. And no crunching forward, of course, but you knew that. Shoulders back. Let's do an adage. Largely staying in one place, so very little risk. A little bit of balancing. I'm going to start croisé with a port de bras. 1 and 2. Just waft them down. 3 and 4. The downstage arm, the one nearest the computer, continues around And your head follows it around 5 and 6. Then waft it down 7 and 8, a turn of the wrist. Now you're on 2 feet, you finished a phrase, but you're gonna shift your weight to your back foot so that you can pas de cheval, the front foot croisé, and do a reverence or a bow. Remember, this leg stays straight, this hip stays back. Arise in a sort of an exalted fashion, close it, and we'll do a coupé changé as we did at the barre. I believe we did at the barre. So on the other side, croisé. 1 and 2, arms down, 3 and 4, left continues, 2, 6 and 7. Head follows. Remember to shift the weight to the back foot. 1 and 2. It's like an offering. 3 and 4. You've achieved it. Close 5. Keep it all held here so that you can pivot smoothly. 7 and 8. We'll do it. I have some very pretty music for you. There we go. Arms waft and head demurely with 5 and 6. Arm wafts down 7 and 8. Change the weight. Offering you this. Close. Change. 7. Arms. Letting my head look at the audience. I'm modestly looking away. I conclude it. Weight to the bare foot. Offer that. Change. Let's do it once more time on each side. Shoulders back. Pas de cheval on a straight leg. And reverence. Changing. Thank you. Very nice. There's a lot of story in that. I'm narrating to myself. The hello, the I'm demure, the I'm going to show you something, but I'm quite modest. I can stand on one foot. I can give you the heel of that beautiful Louis XIV shoe, but remember that I'm modest, so I'm going to bow to you. I come up with a little bit of pride. I close and prepare for the other side. All kinds of narratives go through your head if you're using your upper body, your épatement, which is what separates this, I think, from sheer exercise. It's the fact that we're telling a story, so we want those arms eloquent. We want those feet to speak, even if we're wearing a dirty pink ballet shoe instead of a Louis XIV kitten heel. That's my fun with it. Our last dance is a combination of a center tendu and a little bit of time step, a three count. So en face, from a cross position, maybe third, facing directly to me. I've got my right foot in front, tendu to the side, plie. It would be, if we were spinners, this would be in preparation for a pirouette. Arms there, rather than there, about at the latitude of your upper ribs here. Shift your weight back, close it in back, do it again, same foot, close it front. Then we'll take an easy time step. 1, 2, 3, hold. 1, 2, 3, hold. A beautiful, proud step. Put your foot behind you in a Mr. B+. It's a reverence. Your hands are on your tutu. Just gently on the tool. Bring that foot around as we've done before. You're croisé, but when you begin again, you'll face en face. 1, 2, 3. Bring it back to the side, tendu, plie on both. Throw your weight back onto that foot, hip right over. Then that front foot, go in the direction of the front foot. Balancez, boom, balancez, boom. Free foot takes the step. Curtsy with the hands on the tutu, come up and change. Let's see. Let's try it with music. We accomplished something. Let's take a reverence. It was a lovely class. Let me show you before I put the music on what I was thinking, so we're not walking around too much of the room. From a pretty B+, an arm and an arm, up at an angle, lower them modestly, and raise them again, plie back, and bow. Step to the other side. We'll lower our arms left, right, up, lower them, and raise them, bow. Just the one time I let my elbows dip, when I'm opening to the side and I circle them up to rest the hands on that tutu again. Let's see if this works. Thank you.